to another day of library. We are continuing on with coding and we're going to get back into Scratch. So hopefully you enjoyed the first day getting to get logged in and explore and really learn and review all those different parts of the screen. You did really great labeling those, by the way. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start using some of that code. And Scratch has some really great tutorials that are built right in. So I'll be showing those, and we're going to be using some specific ones today to learn different skills. From there, you want to make sure that you're actually logged in again. So you may have to go back and look at what your login is. That way all of your work saves. So if you ever want to go back and add to it or change things or keep building onto it, you can. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and dive in and let's see what the first thing is that we're going to be learning in Scratch. To get to Scratch, you're going to open up the Scratch website. If you did not bookmark it or add it to your home screen from last time, the website is scratch.mit.edu. The website link can also be found in our Schoology folder for today. Once you get to this website here, you will need to sign in. And remember, you have a specific login if you didn't save yours like I did mine here. And you can look at the spreadsheet in our Schoology folder to see it. Now, before we get started here, I want to make sure that I point out these community guidelines. Scratch is a global community. There are people using it worldwide. So it says we need everyone's help to keep Scratch a friendly and creative community where people with different backgrounds and interests feel welcome. So these are some guidelines that we need to follow as Scratch users. We need to be respectful anytime we are sharing a project, posting comments, thinking about the people that will be seeing it. Being constructive. If you are commenting on someone else's project, say something you like about it and offer suggestions, never anything negative. Share. It says you're free to remix projects, ideas, images, anything else you find on Scratch. You can definitely remix them. It makes a copy of them in your profile and you can play around with it and learn from their code. It just says be sure to give credit when you remix to the original owner. This one's really important. Keep personal information private. Anything like real last names, phone numbers, address, email address, any of that sort of stuff needs to be kept private since these are strangers that could be seeing and interacting with us. Be honest. Don't try to impersonate other Scratchers, spread rumors, anything like that. And then help keep the site friendly. So if you find a project or a comment or anything that you think is mean, insulting, too violent, inappropriate, you can actually click report on it to let the Scratch team know. And of course, you can let me know as well. So we need to make sure that everything we're sharing, that we are being good digital citizens, okay? And in our classes, we are all able to see each other's things as well. So you can see here, in third grade, for example, I can see everyone's work. And once we start getting in here, I can see all the activity as well. And Scratch will alert anything inappropriate. So yes, let's just make sure we're making good choices. All right, so to get started, we are going to head over here to the Create tab. And this is where it takes just a little bit of second to load all those coding blocks here. And we're going to watch our first tutorial. So right here at the light bulb, you're going to tap that. They're really great tutorials if you have extra time and want to explore these. We are going to start first with glide around. It's the one with the bat here. All right. So let's go ahead and play it.
With glide blocks, you can move your character from place to place. Place your sprite at a location, and then drag out a glide block. When you click the block, the sprite will glide to that point. To glide to a second location, place the sprite at a new point and drag out another glide block. To set a starting point, place the character where you want to start, and drag out a go to block and put it on top. Finally, I'll add a green flag on top to start the script. Choose a character and start gliding.
Okay, and if we hit the green arrow here, it shows you each of the different steps. And then there's some other ones we can try. Okay. All right, now we can keep this right here if we need to refer to it, or you can expand it as well to see that code. So we're going to start first with an event block. And we're going to start with when the green flag is clicked. Now we need to move to the blue motions. And we're going to be using glide. All right, so we have choices here. We can use glide 1 second to a random position or glide 1 second to a specific X and Y. Let me pull both of these out so we can take a look at these. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and switch the backdrop here just so you can see what we're talking about. Okay, so you can see here when we are coding, we are actually using an X and Y grid. So you can see Scratchcat is perfectly in the middle. Perfectly in the middle is X at 0 and Y at 0. Okay, now notice as I move him up here, take a look at how this is changing. X is now 3, Y is 114. If I go all the way over here, the furthest is X 240 and Y 0, as you can see here. And once we start to get over on this side, we're getting into negative numbers. X negative 99, Y 8. Okay, so it's just talking about all the different points of the screen where Scratchcat is at. And you can see it automatically reads it as you move it around. So you can just kind of pay attention to the sprite controls down here to see what it is that you want. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and pick what I want to use for mine. So I'm going to use just the blue sky here and delete out Scratchcat by hitting the trash can here. And now I have to decide, what do I want to glide around? And I'm thinking butterfly would be perfect. Okay, so now I have to get those blocks back since I chose a new sprite. When the green flag is clicked, glide. Let's just start simple this time. We're just going to glide to a random position. If you look at the drop down, you can see that you could use the mouse pointer, but because we're on our iPads, we're going to choose just random position. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click the green flag to see what happens. Okay, so you can see it just went to a random position and then it stopped. So how do I get it to keep going? Well, if you head over to the control blocks here, we have repeat 10 times, repeat forever. Okay, I think we'll just do maybe the repeat 10 times. And I'm going to move this glide block inside there. Now let's try this. Let's move back to the beginning here. Great. So this is gliding 10 different times. I think that looks great. Now, if you want it to stop in a random position, you can. Another thing you could do is if I wanted it to stop right back in the middle again, I could say go to X0 and go to Y0. Okay, so let's start. Ready? Okay, gliding 10 times to random positions. And there, see how it stopped right back in the middle because I ended with that X0, Y0. Okay? Now, from there, you are ready to share it. So let me click out of this tutorial here. You can be as creative as you want, picking the background you want, picking the sprite that you want. You can certainly add more blocks than that. You could add some sound if you wanted to as your character is gliding around. That's really up to you. So now I'm going to name it here. I'm just going to call it Butterfly Flying. And I'm going to click the share button. Okay, so this is the screen that's going to be shown whenever people are viewing it here. So it's Butterfly Flying. If you want to put anything else in here as instructions, you can definitely do that. So I said click the green, whoops, I said fly. Click the green flag to get the butterfly to fly, just so people viewing it know what to do. Okay, so now I'm going to hit this button right down here, copy link, and there it is again, copy link. And it tells me right there that link is copied. So now that link is stored and we can head over to Schoology to share it. We're going to be pasting it in a discussion board so that we can all see our projects. All right, I'm going to show you how to do that. Here I am in the Library Schoology course. So you're going to go into the folder for this week and then the appropriate day. Okay, in this folder here, you can see the two things you need to complete are right at the beginning here. So the first one is watching my video tutorial. And then number 2 here, Scratch Glide Around projects. That's where we're going to be pasting our link. You can see down here the Scratch Coding website is linked there just in case you need the link and didn't save it from last time. And the logins for Scratch are right there as well if you forgot your login and need to go back and take a look. Okay, let's head into this discussion board here. And here's all the directions. Always watch that video tutorial first and go to Scratch and log in. You'll be going to it through Safari and starting with the Create tab, just like I showed you, watching that tutorial video again if you need to see it. And then you get to try it and hit that share button and copy and paste that link into this assignment, just like I showed you. So heading into the discussion tab, you'll hit this blue plus sign and you will paste that link right in here and hit the green check. So you can see I already posted here and I also said what it was called first. So I said mine is called Butterfly Flying and then I put the link. So you're going to do the same thing. Tell us what your project is called and paste that link. Keep in mind in a discussion board that this is open to our class that we can all see. We're all sharing and learning from each other here. So keep that in mind, and you can also like or comment on projects that you like as well, okay? All right, let me know if you have any problems sharing or posting.